Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to your Friday reading. Um, Day after Halloween. Of course, I'm filming this, or recording it rather, on Halloween. Before trick-or-treaters start heading this way. And it's been kind of a rainy, soggy day, so I'll see how many I have. I think it's supposed to ease up here. So, if you are in another country and you have traditions there that are where you don't have kids coming and knocking on the door asking for tricks or treats, and usually that means they want candy. No one wants a trick, and no one wants a trick played on them for sure. Let us know in the comments about that. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. I think most places do the same thing we do here. And anyway, tomorrow is November 1st. So tomorrow, Friday, today, when you're seeing this, is November 1st, and a very special day for honoring and celebrating the ancestors. So even if you did not have family members or come from a family that gave you much of a loving legacy, you have so many people in your line that I am quite positive, before whatever dysfunction befell the family, there were good people. And there may have been someone just like you. And so, genetics can be an interesting thing. And we are here in this lifetime, in this incarnation. So yes, we think about our past lives as our past life DNA, but we also have an incarnation DNA this lifetime. And very often we cycle through with the same people to learn lessons over and over again. So, it's, without getting into that too much, I hope you can find a way to, for Friday, November 1st, honor that part of yourself while honoring your ancestors, your relatives, and it could even be your pet family, your pet family. But a lot of people struggled so that we could be here. And there was a lot of strife that happened, and maybe they were just getting by. I think once we learn to have gratitude for the ones who came before us, it helps us to understand who we are and maybe some of our own struggles. I hope that resonates or makes sense. But anyway, and yeah, I came from the absolute biggest wingnut family you could imagine. Just God bless, it's a miracle I'm here. And I know a lot of you have had the same kind of families, but they weren't all like that. I could point out one or two people, even though, anyway. And going back further in the line, there were some wonderful people. So who knows what happened when and where. And that was their issue to deal with. Ours is just to stop negative cycles in this lifetime. And hopefully we do that. All right, so the vibe for Friday. Felt long and hard about this. And it feels like it's wrapped up, and maybe part of talking about where we come from with this incarnation DNA. It has to do with self-esteem. Knowing what you're worth, knowing how much you're willing to give. And it's not selfish to wonder, is it reciprocated really? And is it even appreciated really? Are you a placeholder? Are you filling a void, or are you treasured? Think about it in those terms. And it's okay to have an expectation for yourself. So the mug I came up with for today, for the vibe, and I ask Spirit every step of the way, guide me for the energy for the majority of the collective, because this is a general reading, you all. And it's, you are the bee's knees. Isn't that wonderful? An old phrase, okay? So the bee's knees, that was, I think, a popular saying in the 20s, 1920s. We're in the 20s again, just a different, definitely 100 years later. It's a different time period, which, good. But you are the bee's knees. That means I almost picked up a unicorn teacup. And if you don't ever hear this anywhere else, or not ever, but I mean, I'm sure you have. I hope you have. But it's important that every single individual hears this and understands this, that you are as unique and individual and miraculous. Bees don't have knees, Unicorns, maybe, they're part of mythology, but who's to say? I don't know. We haven't found a unicorn skeleton, but I just keep hearing 1 in a million, but more than that. A million is an old number. Even a million is an old number now. So you are rare. You are rare, and you are wonderful, and you have a giving heart. And don't ever forget that. Okay. So here's to all of us being the bee's knees. So incredibly rare. It makes you wonder if it could even be real. Oh, this is really good. It's the first time I've had this coffee. Yeah. Okay. Just something I found at the store. Okay, so I didn't realize I was going to pull this deck, but I just pulled it up. So I guess this is what we're using. We're going to use the Gordon Smith Healing Spirits Oracle. Now, and also, this is a general reading, and if you are so inclined, please subscribe. Check your subscription, please, to the channel. Like the videos. If you want to, you don't have to, but it would really help. It would help this channel. It would help with exposure, and it would help get the word out, and it would help just in every way possible. This one on top, leave it out, face down. Okay. What else have we got? Sorry. I'm all itchy, scratchy. I ended up with a rash on my neck and my chest. I ate something that I was, clearly allergic to. It was a massive rash. It's pretty much gone now. But just every now and then you see me scratching around. That's what's going on. Is there anything they don't want me to do? Anything? Okay. The one on the bottom, just to look at. Okay, what does it say? Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. Wow, how cool is that? Man, these are such interesting cards. Bring light into the world. Bring light into the world. You are so rare and unique and a beautiful find that it almost feels like there's a responsibility. So bring light into the world. Bring your light into the world. Be you. Try to find a way to be happy and engage with everything you can within yourself. And engaging, I mean, don't be afraid to take on the conversations. Don't be afraid to keep an open heart. Don't be afraid of who you are and your own brilliance. Okay. And this kind of goes along with that, hand in hand, I think. You are your purpose. And look at that being standing behind the one who's incarnate, which is the one standing in front. Look at that huge, energetic being with wings who just wants to support and help and bolster so that they will be your wings when you reach out your arms and try your best to fly. And I know someone saying, oh, how trite, how silly. Well, you know what? How jaded. Yeah, it's okay to have hope. It's okay. It's okay. I really like this image, and I really like the message. You are your purpose. That kind of goes back to that whole message of happiness is a key, that it's like it's the key to unlock doors to potential and possibility and everything. And when you are kind of depressed or going through depression, or, first of all, go get medication if you need it. Talk to a doctor, talk to a mental health professional. But yeah, no, not that one. Unfolding Path. So, but happiness, I think, is sometimes a choice. This is the Unfolding Path Tarot we're about to use. Happiness is a choice. And when we choose to be happy, sometimes it makes other people mad because we don't want to complain and nag, and sometimes it's hard not to, man. Ooh, I can complain with the best of them. But you know what? You can choose to put yourself in the shoes of other people. You can choose to be happy, and you can choose not to live your life under the shadow of someone else's negativity. Choose. I said those. Okay, 2 came out. All right, I need to look at that first. All right. Life isn't over until you take that last breath. It's important to live it as fully as you can. And Lord knows, me and pretty much no one that's close to me has any money. So, to speak of, we have a home and we're grateful for our homes. But you know what? It's not like you have to wait until you have enough money, or wait until you feel good enough, or wait until things don't hurt, because good Lord, the older you get, it never stops hurting. You don't have to wait until, if you keep waiting, you'll be waiting the rest of your life. Okay? I don't want to be judgmental. Please don't anyone take this as a judgment. And I'm definitely not victim blaming. There is always a way. And maybe that's the optimist and the survivor mode, but that I'm always usually kind of following. But there is always a possibility. There is always hope. There is always hope. And hope for positive change. Okay. We have the King of Wands. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups have been, the Six of Cups and the Six of Coins have been coming up quite a bit lately. All right. Now, Spirit, I want you to take over, because I'm all up in my head right now. And I am not, I'm tuned into just other energy, almost like it's almost like I can feel a channel building and coming, and I'm not, but I have to tune into that for just another minute, I think, because I'm not quite merging there to bring that across. So, Spirit, just tell me what to say about these 2 cards. I'm hearing a whole lot of stuff all at once. It's like a room of voices are talking. So if I'm being really quiet, I'm trying to pull and discern what's coming from where. It usually doesn't come across quite like this. Oh, I'm sorry, my neck's still itches. You know what? I'm going to put these down for a minute because I think the channel is ready. It has to do with those 2 cards, but the channel is coming through. What is it that you need the collective to know? This is Raphael. I know his energy. I Love, Archangel Raphael. This has been the intermediary who was responsible for a massive miraculous healing for me. Okay. Is this about healing? Of sorts. This is a healing of the heart and the emotions and the mind. Okay. When you see clearly, you are seeing clearly. You are not mistaking what you are seeing. By seeing, we mean the internal awareness and knowing of what is before you. Trust in yourself. When you trust in the intuition that comes in and to you and through you, open your heart to that knowledge and it will expand. You will receive more and you will see with clarity through your heart energy. The physical eyes are not necessary to see with the clarity of your heart. There is uncertainty and fear. Stay in your realm of reality so that you may be the observer a little bit longer. You are not mistaken in what you perceive, but do not want to admit. What you are doing is you are connecting to the all that is, creator of all things, whatever you choose to call your connection to the all. That is how you connect with wisdom and insight and clarity. It is a way to protect yourself and to protect your truth and your generosity of spirit. Generosity of spirit does not encompass anything of means that could be measured. It is not quantifiable. It is the commitment to the feelings you express. And the feelings that you express are genuine and true. When you utter or think or feel these emotions, if they are not absorbed or utilized or made real in the lives of others, they do move on and into the auric field of your planet and the universe. Every kind word you speak, every kind thought you have, every loving emotion you feel ripples forward and creates those rippling patterns that change and transmute negativity. You bring peace into the world through and by your loving embrace of all that is. an energetic embrace of a cool wind on a hot day. When you hear a bird singing in a tree and you stop, you pause, and you find joy in your heart. If you are feeling ridiculed, it is only because those who would ridicule do not see clearly and do not see themselves clearly and are in pain of the heart. It will not matter what you say or what you do, they must change on their own through an acceptance that they are connected to all. Every being, whether incarnate or in the higher, as you would say, realm, in this place of home, we are the vibration and the energy of the purest love imaginable, beyond your imagination. Do not fear. You will always be loved. You will always be nurtured and welcomed. You are always surrounded. Your words, your thoughts, and your emotions are felt, are heard, are witnessed by the highest, by the highest, by the Most High. By the all that is, that we are all part of. Continue to nurture and love, to provide compassion, you are not only expressing that part of you that is so bright and beautiful and wonderful, and you are not only offering it to heal, nurture, and be a light of joy for where it is directed, but you are healing the world as you understand it. You are offering this to the mountains and the rivers, to the birds, to the ants, to the everything. It doesn't matter how small or how big. And then into the universe, and then into the cosmos. Your energy is immense, never ending, as is your soul, and every word you speak and feel and think ripples outward to create and weave your reality. You are most loved. You are most loved. Man, I could just go, oh. I don't have a good recollection of everything said. But I feel like my energy, my cellular being, my body, I feel like I could fill this room. It's almost like a feeling of bursting. And there was so much connection and genuine love. And that's what we get to be connected to. That's what we are connected to. Sometimes we forget how important every soul is. And even it's so much more sad that the unhappy and bitter people forget. They forget that. And sometimes it feels like we carry that burden for them because they don't even understand why they're so angry all the time. Okay. All right. I am going to finish my coffee and I am going to, I think I'm going to rest for a minute. And then I am going to get ready and see if I get any trick-or-treaters. But tomorrow, or when you're watching this today, Friday, honor yourself. Not just your ancestors. Honor yourself. A friend of mine who is a channeler and a psychic medium, and all those things too, wonderful human being. She talks about past lives and souls and soul groups, and she was like, how do you know you weren't your own ancestor? That was another lifetime ago. And time is not linear, so I mean there's all this, that's when it gets super trippy. Well, thank you to the angelic realm. Thank you, Raphael. That was meant as an emotional healing. So he's not just in charge of physical healing, I guess. All right. Enjoy your weekend. And I will be back with I almost said a Sunday. Maybe I'm going to do an extra one. Who knows? But I will be back with a Monday video. I am sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you. And thank you for checking on each other and communicating with each other in the comments. We all need that. Thank you. All right. Bye.